Just look at what I found here. It's going to be a good time. Come on, Willow. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Go on, skidoo. Come on. There you are. We're going now, my dog. How are you? Oh boy, what a large day here in the big land of Labrador. It's springtime. It's April the 28th. It'll be the last winter camping trip of the year for sure, but it is beautiful. These are gorgeous. So I just get my tent set up. I put it in time lapse, of course, because you've seen me set it up many times. If not, you can go to this video you see on your screen right now. It'll show you in detail how I made this tent, adapted it to a hot tent, and how to set it up. In the meantime, the reason I picked this spot is because I was here the other day. If you look up on the side of this big mountain here, which is about 2,000 feet high, by the way, there's a bunch of birch there. We don't have much birch here. I've been looking for birch chaga for about, off and on now for days and days, actually, and I haven't found any, which is strange because it's northern climate. We're about 53 degrees latitude north, and I just can't seem to find them, not yet anyway. But as I was here, I came across this little water hole in the middle of nowhere, and I thought it was kind of strange, and I noticed some rippling action in the water, and I didn't know why it was rippling. I thought myself, could there be a fish there? And when I came closer and started to look at it, just look at what I found here. So it's a pure underground spring. Now you might say, big deal is underground spring. Well, there's lots of underground springs. They're known for their, how delicious tasting and pure the water is. But I've never seen one actually bubbling up from the ground in such a fashion as this. I've been back here now about 3 times, just wondering if it's still happening or not, and it's been just bubbling. Same 3 or 4 bubbles the whole time. I had some discussion with a couple of friends, wondering if it was a gas or not, but it's not, because if it was a gas, it would be bubbling to the top. but it's not doing that. So there's no air bubbles there. It's just pure water coming up through the earth. Now you think about that for a minute. You talk about pure water. Now here in Labrador, we're in the middle of nowhere anyway. Our air is relatively pure. Our waters we can drink almost anywhere. It's a real gift, really. We're in the epitome of nature's backyard here. But to go even a step further and have water that's coming down, obviously from the hills and the mountains around here, and to be filtered purely underground, and then you're drinking water from here that's never been exposed to any air pollution, if there was any at all. So I can't see if you can get much purer than that. So after being here three times, I came back for a cook-up yesterday with my family, and I just had to have a night here in the hot tent. So that's why I picked this place. Another reason I picked this spot, which is going to amaze you probably, but there's actually a bear's den about 75 or 80 yards away from where we set up here. And I'll get into that a little bit later. You might say, what is he doing? I'm going to do some fishing. I got a nest box or two to put up there. I'm going to do some exploring on the snowmobile. And we're going to go to the top of that mountain and have a look up there as well. And of course, I got some delicious food there. And we're going to have a night in the tent. It's going to be a good time. Just getting ready to set up my stove here. You guys have seen me set up in other videos, and I made one little improvement from the last time. A big thing with tent stoves is the snow melt underneath. So I do have a fireproof blanket that comes with the Wintercamping stove when I ordered it. But you need something to act as a heat barrier between the stove and the snow to keep it from melting underneath. So I have taken a piece of plywood with me in the past, which is kind of big and bulky. So I devised this little contraption here. It fits right in the pocket on my carrying bag. And it simply opens up into a platform for my stove. You don't want this to be bending or folding in any way. So I made up some locks here for it as well. Just those two little things. Now you hold it up even in one corner, and it won't bend that way or that way. So that'll be my platform. And I'll put the fireproof blanket right on top, so the plywood or anything else around this stove will be safe. And there you have it, guys. It's all set up. If you want to see how I set this stove up in detail, just watch the last video I had. I'll put a link at the end of this video as well. Now you can see I got the fire blanket put down. And that platform is right up and underneath the legs there, so everything's safe and sound. It'll keep the snow from melting underneath. What do you think, my dad? Find there a bird yet? Or a squirrel? Set up there. Now it's time to go get some wood. You guys really like this saw. I've had this a couple of years now. It's just a collapsible box saw. It's from Agawa Canyon Boreal 21 model, and I'll put a link to it in the video description. Really good saw. You doing, Dad? Hi there. Oh, I'm thirsty. How about a nice cool drink of water? Oh boy, that is cold. Almost take your breath away. All set up pretty good there now, guys. I'm not going to light the fire just yet because it's so beautiful out and it's warm. No need to have a fire going yet. I'm actually sweating now. I gotta change my shirt, and I'm gonna take off and go over right on Skidoo. I might go to the top of a mountain first. Yeah, let's try that. So first of all, I'm gonna go out here, and there's an old Skidoo trail up there. I'm gonna try to get up there so far and then pick my way up with my GPS to the top of that mountain. And then I'm gonna go out through here to the top of this mountain out here, because you'll be able to see for miles today, and it's so blue and so beautiful. So I'm just trying to get to the top of the mountain. We're so warm down the middle of the day, the snow has gone right soft. I came up through there. I didn't want to go down on the incline of the hill there, so I tried to get up through here, and I started to go astray, and now I'm stuck. But I got some boughs down beyond her, and I'm just dig that around the running boards, and if I can get her back, you know, back there a little bit and get up on top of them boughs and back and forth a few times, and then I got a path cleared up there, I think she'll come out of it. Try her. I think she'll go now. And that's why you gotta have a super wide track. We made it, guys. Just look at this. All the way down there. All this beautiful country. Unbelievable. The other mountain has a better view than this, and this one we're going to next. I'm wondering how I keep some of my GoPro batteries charged. I use one of these foldable solar panel kits. They're pretty good, I must say. I'll leave a link below too for this one. spinner here with a worm on it. Guys, it is hot. I'm certainly not trying to be cool with this hat on. It's impossible anyway with me. It's a job to keep from sweating too much, you know. I got 2 shirts with me. I switch them back and forth every now and then, you know, to try and keep dry because it's just so hot. But it's supposed to go up to 8 degrees Celsius today, which is weird for all this ice. There's 4 feet of ice there, but it'll take a while for that to go. Well, my liver and onions are almost cooked. I think I see my son coming. He said he might show up today sometime. He's the only one who would find me, really. Pretty sure that's him coming there. And you know what? That's 2 days in a row I've had a cook-up, and he showed up just when it was done. What a coincidence. Brother. Oh. 2 days in a row you showed up just as the fan was on. Just in time for a cup of tea. Perfect. Here we are again, back safe and sound. So Andrew's gone back home. We're back at the tent site. Gonna head up and show you that bear den now. Then we're gonna make some supper. Yes, you saw a squirrel, didn't you? Hard job to get her away from the squirrel sometimes. You got to bribe her. Luckily, I have some real good treats I take in my pocket here. These are called winglings. A real nice couple from Kelowna, BC sent Willow these actually. Mark and Leslie. Thanks guys, I really appreciate that, and I'm sure Willow will get lots of enjoyment out of eating them. There you go. Okay, good girl. Thanks again guys. Hey, Willow, don't go too far. Every time Willow sees it, she acts kind of strange because she smells it. Here. Steak. So as you can tell, now there's a couple big mounds of snow. I don't know if they're actually, or the bear or bears could be. Hey, shh, stay. See, she's looking right at it now again. Look. I don't know, this hump or the other hump. That's the opening there. I don't want to put the camera down in the hole because You might be just around the bend. Sometimes they make a little curve before they won't be exposed to the outside there. The other day when I was here, there was some hair. There's a black bear, of course. Black bear hair was on those sticks there. So in any event, they spent the winter there for sure. So we'll head back to the tent now. You might say, why would you go close to that den? Are you putting yourself in danger? And really the answer is no. Black bears, when they hibernate, are extremely docile. You know, you could literally get a stick and poke a black bear sometimes in the den, and it may just turn around and look at you. I've taken photos of black bears in dens, and I've had the camera down in the hole, and sometimes they wouldn't even turn around to look at me. Of course, these are black bears, not a grizzly or anything like that, so that'll be a different story. And when black bears come out of their dens, there's a myth that they are starving and will eat anything and everything, and that's not true. When black bears come out of dens, they're just like you and I. If you've ever been sick for a few days and you haven't eaten properly, when you come out, you can't eat right away. You've got to ease yourself into it, and that's what happens with black bears. Same thing. So I've done a lot of work with bears, and believe me, if I wasn't comfortable, I wouldn't be here, but I'm totally comfortable. Alright, it's supper time. Dinner, some people call it. People in Newfoundland and Labrador, we call it supper. Whatever it is now, I'm going to cook it and we're going to eat it. That knife is pretty popular too, guys. It's a Mora knife. Light my fire. I'll put a product link in the video description as well. Warm there, you, my dog? She's good and hot here now, yeah, no doubt. Oh, what a day, guys, what a day. This time of the year is just absolutely amazing here in Labrador. After all winter, you know, like 5-6 months of frigid cold temperature, just trying to survive all the time. And you go out today like in a short sleeve shirt and sit in the middle of a lake if you want to, and it's just beautiful. You see Willow's poop there now. She had a full day as well. It's about 6 o'clock or 6:30 now. I got my soup on. That's just a rabbit soup. Very simple. Threw in some ingredients that I had around the house and threw in a bottle of rabbit with it. So that'll simmer together now and it'll be delicious. A few slices of bread and a cup of tea from the Fountain of Youth. That's right there. Have you guys ever seen one of those underground springs? So explosive as that. It's pretty amazing, I must say. I've never seen it. And you look around this area, you can't find any more water. I've looked on maps, Google Earth, and there's no water around here, right? It's just that one spot, and it filters out into a bog is the only thing I can think of back there. So, but the water is crisp and clear and cold and pure as can be. So after all day now, just the snow melting and stuff, starting to hang up some of my clothes now and start. It will cool down fast. It's supposed to be, colder than -10 degrees Celsius tonight. So don't let it fool you. When it's warm daytime, it still cools off very good nighttime. Some of you guys have asked me for an update on those boots. I bought those in the beginning of the winter. They're a Helly Hansen Bivy boot, and I bought them to Mark's Work Warehouse, which is a company here in Canada. I can honestly say there's hundreds of kilometers of walking and snowshoeing in these boots, and I can't find anything wrong with them. The only thing I did do was I found, you can tell right here where I actually took a Dremel tool, and I Dremeled off the inside part of the eyelet there, because I found it just a nuisance trying to get my string in there all the time. So I opened up this gap here, and by opening up those eyelets, it's just, very simple to lace your boots up, because you might do that 10 times a day, so it just makes it easier. And they appear to be wet on the outside here now, but my feet have not gotten wet or cold this entire winter, and that just doesn't happen. So yeah, they're good boots. And there was a lot of interest in this stove, and if you check out my last video, you'll see where I talk about this stove in great detail. And you guys asked me so many questions, and there are a pile of you guys who actually ordered them. I know one subscriber told me that they couldn't get a stove because it actually sold out. I spoke to the company, and they're hoping to have some restock soon, so keep trying back if you haven't got one, because it is the stove, I'm telling you. So I got some dog food put in there, a little bit of bread, and I'm going to take some liquor from the pot and just soak in this stuff. And for Willow, so I picked out some rabbit for Willow as well. She loves rabbit. Here you go. That's some supper. Girl. Guys, just look at that, look. Oh. All those fresh vegetables, and no, Willow, you can't have any more. Finish off yours. All that hearty stuff now, and a bit of bread to soak in that juice. Oh my. Oh my. Did it ever taste good? And after all day? Ho. Unbelievable. For someone to say they don't like wild game, they just haven't prepared it the right way. Because I wish you guys could taste this now. Or maybe it's just the water from the special fountain there, I don't know. Springs of living water. So of course Willow got hers all gone. Now she's over trying to torment me for some of mine. And I got a soft heart, so I always give in. And who's your favorite person? Well, I had 2 big bowls of soup and a couple of slices of bread. It was so good after all day. And now to finish it off with this cup of tea is just going to be wonderful. Willow's all full. She's gone out roaming around the woods again. So I think I'll finish off this cup of tea and maybe lie back for a little nap. I always like to put my wood up under my bunk. That way I wake up in the middle of the night, I don't have to get out of the bed. Just reach under the bunk and put some more wood right in the stove. Back to sleep again. Well, that cup of tea was delicious. I got a little bit of soup left around the side panel on the stove there. Might have another drop of that at once. Oh my. Feels good, guys. Feels good. These are the other boots I wear. Go camping sometime like this. They're called Baffin Polar Proven. I'll put a link to those in the video description as well. You can put those on and you can walk outside in the snow and your feet won't get cold. I know that sounds unbelievable, but I use them all the time. Oh, that feels nice. Time for a quick nap. I just went for a little ride on Skidoo because it was such a beautiful, beautiful evening. Not a draft of wind, and went on up around a big circle and came back about 15 or 20 kilometers. Absolutely beautiful, but good and tired now. Tired, Willow? So it's about 9:30 now. I'm gonna go in now, get our bed ready, maybe have a cup of tea, and then hit the bunk for the night. Such a beautiful, beautiful day. All this fresh air and exercise, man, does it ever make you feel tired and you feel like you had a good day. And it has been a good day. I was getting ready to make my bed, but looks like somebody is not willing to give up the bunk. Comfortable, is it? I said I can't keep her off my bunk. She always sleeps usually at the foot of my sleeping bag anyway. Now I do have a bed set up there for her, but if she finds it warm she'll get down there, but 9 chances out of 10 she'll be on the bunk with me. Now for those interested, my sleeping bag is from Mountain Warehouse. It's called Extreme Everest Down. It's actually duck down. Really warm. Meant for like minus 30 degrees Celsius. And I got the Thermarest air mattress. And it has an insulation value to it, so really comfortable sleeping. And as a reminder, guys, all my subscribers, if you check the video description, there'll be a promo code there that you can use at Mountain Warehouse to get a percentage off any merchandise you buy. So that's it for us, guys. It's going to be lights out here now. It's still a bit light outside this time of the year, but we're hoping for a nice, comfortable nap tonight. Check with you guys in the morning.
Good morning, my dog. How are you?
Well, hey, little Miss Sleepy Pants. Your breakfast is ready if you want it. That's one content dog right there. You know, after you spend a full day outside like yesterday and have a good nap last night. We had an incredible sleep last night. I woke up once, middle of the night. I don't know if I even checked the time. And the fire had gone out, so I just quickly lit it again and just went right back to sleep again. I didn't wake till almost 5:30, which is normal time for me to get up anyway. It's a beautiful morning outside. Just having our breakfast now. It's a great cup of coffee. After breakfast, we're going to take one quick look up at the den to see if there's any movement last night or this morning. Then we're going to pack up and get on the go because the snow conditions last night when I went for that ride were really deteriorated. So I certainly don't want to be stuck in here, so it's the wise thing to get on the go while it's still cold in the morning and the snow conditions are much more favorable for driving on a snowmobile. Get your breakfast all gone now, do you? Full belly? Big butt! Nope, no movement yet. Sleep away for another couple of weeks, buddy. Well guys, the sun is coming up over the mountain. We got a full day ahead of us today back at the cabin. Thanks for joining us again on this adventure. Probably our last winter camping trip of the year with the snow conditions. Thanks for tuning in as always. Like and subscribe to catch us on the next video. And until the next video, take care of each other, get outside, and enjoy everything outdoors. See you next time, guys.